Virgo, hello. Welcome back, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Amber Dawn, and I am an intuitive empath. My readings are based more on my intuition and my empathy and the energy that I'm feeling off it, but of course I do read the meanings of the cards as well. And I have already pre-shuffled all the decks and saged, and I've been getting massive chills during all of this. I didn't just sage, I also did Palo Santo as well to bring in that positive energy for you. So I've been getting some massive chills with you guys, and I'm not sure if it's I'm trying to figure out the energy that I'm feeling. I feel like it's incredibly powerful for you, and I don't know if it's like sadness or if it's confusion. I don't feel that it's like super, super happy. I think it's more like internal confusion, not having clarity on something. So we're going to go ahead and pull some cards and see what's going on. Don't worry about these here. This has nothing to do with the reading. This is just to set some of the cards up. And so this is going to represent the past, present, and future. If you are, this isn't necessarily a love reading. I don't do, I'm going to start doing love readings, but this is not, I'm not asking it any questions. I'm just going to let it tell us a story. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries. You can either finish the video and take what resonates, or you can come back when I do another reading for you. You know, there's other really good readers out there that you may resonate with that current message. If you are a sun, moon, or rising, and Venus, depending on if this turns into a love reading, if you are any of those in Virgo, then this reading is for you. So let's get started. I have shuffled all the cards 4 times. Like I said, I saged everything. So we're just gonna do, I'm being called to just do 2 quick shuffles here. And I have chills. I don't know what's going on with you guys, Virgo, but whatever it is powerful. It's just giving me chills. My little nippies are hard, which might be TMI, my bad. but that's what's going on with me right now. Sorry, let me just adjust a little bit. Okay, so this is going to be for the past, for Virgo. What was in the past for Virgo? What does the universe want to tell Virgo that was in the past? I'm not going to take those. Virgo. You want me to keep going? Okay. I'm trying to make these readings quicker, but I gotta do, okay, I'll leave it there. So I have to do what I'm told to do. So if it makes it longer, I apologize. All right. Okay. So we have Queen of Cups and 9 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles reversed. So there might be some turbulence, or in the past anyway. There might have been some turbulence, and if this is, if you're a female or a male, the Queen of Cups can represent either of you. But it to me, what I'm seeing is that you put forth a lot of energy in relationships in the past, and it just didn't really get you anywhere. It left you really restless, and in some situations in a separation that had caused money issues. But you did try your best, and it just didn't work out. But I mean, in the past, who hasn't gone through that? Unless you're just incredibly disattached, you know, and don't give a shit about relationships and all that. But I know how Virgos are, and Virgos are very much wanting love. I love Virgos. My mom's a Virgo, and you're very loving, and you keep to yourself a lot. You may not always express how you're feeling or thinking, but you're very much thinking. Like there is a lot under the surface that people don't see. Okay, so this is for the present moment for Virgo. All right, so the present moment, the Fool and Six of Swords. So there may be something going on where you're just ready to jump into something new. You might have jumped into something new and there was challenges within that. But you're overcoming those challenges. If you notice, this flying squirrel is jumping between the swords. So it's like you have a lot on your mind. You may have jumped into something, or you may jump into something. And look, they're both flying. So it's like you're doing it graciously. You're doing it swiftly. You're using your mind, Mercury, that's your ruling planet. So you are you're planning something, or you had already planned something and now you're going in. And there might be some fears along with it as far as the mental. You might be worried, but you're jumping through those mental mind games of it. You're not letting that control your heart or what you're going to end up doing. You're looking at all aspects of things. And yeah, so that's good. So that's your present. All right, now let's do future for Virgo. What is the future energy for Virgo? What is the future energy for Virgo? I still have those chills. What is going on with you guys? If there's anything going on, please let me know in the comments. I would like to know why I keep getting these chills. All right. So I know a lot of people read sideways cards. I just read forward or, in reverse. So this is the Moon. Beautiful card. I love the Moon. Seven of Swords. And Justice. Okay, so in the future, there's going to be a lot of clarity coming out. There's going to be some things that were left unsaid, or some pieces to the puzzle that you're going to realize in the future. There's going to be something that comes together for you. You may have been in the dark with some information, but now it's coming to light. And whatever that is, you're going to get clarity. And that's pretty much all you've been wanting anyways, is some clarity. And it's like, your wisdom is guiding you you may have been in the dark for a while, or you may have been keeping your wisdom to yourself, but now you're coming out and you're expressing your knowledge. And whatever that is going to give you the peace that you need. So there you go for that. All right. All right, so now let's clarify those. So we're going to clarify your past here with the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles reverse. So Spirit, please verify or clarify the past for Virgo. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 shuffles. Hello. Does that mean there was fighting in the past? That reminded me of 2 swords fighting. So there might have been a lot of disagreements in the past that might have led to divorce. Sorry, it's so blurry. I don't do the autofocus. Okay. So, what is What is Virgo in the past? Clarify these cards, please. Clarify these cards for the past for Virgo, please. And why do I keep losing these? I think it's because my deck was upside down, so the universe was like, fix the deck. All right, so there's some kind of stubbornness going on in the past. Someone that was not willing to communicate. Could have been you, or a situation where it left you kind of in the dark. And you tried. Wow. So we'll just keep going until we get something. There just might have been a situation that just wasn't happening, and it made you really, really stressed. And it affected your money. It affected the stableness within your home, your household. Give us something. You gonna give us anything? Okay, so I'm gonna give it a couple more times, and if it doesn't give us anything, we'll move forward. Maybe that's just something that the universe doesn't even wanna acknowledge. Okay. So this one flipped in the deck, so I figured I might as well take it. So this is Ten of Pentacles. So this is happiness, stability. If you see right here, this is the tarot reader saying, yes, this is beautiful, this is for you. But I think what happened was you felt more, you or the other person. You could have been the person on the other end. You can always switch roles here. And this can be, I always say a person, but think of it as just whatever situation you have on your mind. It doesn't have to be a person. But whatever situation it was, you went in with a lot of hope, and it might have been good for a while, but then things turned really stressful. And it really, really messed with you. You may have gotten sick. You may have had headaches. You may have gotten really sluggish and exhausted, maybe, but whatever happened, it ended up, and it's interesting because you have the Ten of Pentacles reversed, and then you have the Ten of Pentacles upright. So maybe you had tried a lot in this situation to make something happen, and it just didn't. And so you had to come to terms with that. All right, so let's clarify the present with the Fool and the Six of Swords. It could be with the Fool and the Six of Swords, it could be that you might still be having a hard time letting go. You might be willing to jump into a new situation and not think about what you're doing because you're ready to let go of the past, but you might be trying to jump into something and you're not thinking clearly. So that could be it as well. Okay, that's not going to work. So what I'm going to do, it might be because my arms are so far. I've got all this sage ash everywhere. So I'm going to just bring this closer to me and see if anything will pop out when it's closer. Very stubborn. This is very stubborn energy. This is like, yeah, okay. Eight of Cups. So somebody had walked away from a situation. This is the present moment. So what I feel with this is like the Fool in the Six of Swords is like you're ready to make a new leap of faith. You're walking away from something. And you don't quite know, like it's like with the Six of Swords, it's like you're getting past this energy. And now you're in this energy where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna just take a leap of faith, because you have the cricket here, or the grasshopper, and then you have the flying squirrel, both leaping into a new direction. And everything that once used to hold you back mentally, you're not letting that hold you back anymore. You're ready to walk away from whatever it was that had kept you in this Ten of Pentacles reverse and in the Nine of Cups or Nine of Swords. So in the future, you have the Moon, you have Seven of Swords, lots of mind, there's lots of swords, there's lots of, decisions to make. Let me adjust this. And then you have Justice. So you might be going through a divorce. You might be going through a breakup where you have to move out or they have to move out. But there's a lot in the future. There's a lot of things going on that's helping you to see what was really happening. There's, and this could be anything. This could be worldly things. You could be focusing too much on the negative and it made your world turn upside down because you were focusing on a lot of the stuff, and maybe you're turning a new leaf and focusing on things that serve you, and you're starting to see the wisdom in it, and it's bringing you justice. So there could be a lot of different meanings for that. And like I said, whatever it is you're holding in mind and what you're wanting to know, that is what this has to do with. I'm just looking at these cards that just popped out. That's a lot of cards. I saw a little story in that, but let's see. Can we get a few less cards so that we can have a quicker message? I have not had this issue with the cards being so stubborn. Are you stubborn, Virgo? Or should you be stubborn now? This past energy definitely is stubborn. There might be something that you're just really in the middle of, and the universe is just, maybe if we're tapping into somebody else, maybe they don't want me to pull these cards. But this is about Virgo, so can we just get some cards about Virgo in the future? This is insane. There we go. All right, so Seven of Wands, walking away from something, feeling victorious in the future. You're going to get your justice. There's definitely something that you had to battle, but as long as you just stay with your convictions and you stay with, like, this is what I know. I'm not going to let anything disrupt this. Like, I'm still going to take charge. It's just letting go of, it's a little bit of imbalance, but it's also like having that harmony, the knowing, having some kind of clarity. And it's from the universe. And it may be difficult for you to, in the future, to like see beyond the veil, or see, I'm seeing clouds or fog, it's like all this. In fact, there is fog back here. You're starting to see through the fog. You're cutting through the fog. You're seeing like what you need to keep focusing on, no matter what keeps getting in your way or what was in the past. So that's a good thing. All right, so now we're going to do the dark mirror. This is going to clarify all of these other cards. Dark mirror for Virgo. For the past. Virgo for the past. Maybe I'm just clinging onto these cards too tightly. It's crazy, Virgo. It's just so stubborn. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have gilded regret. So we have gilded regret. So there was definitely something that was just, it didn't work out for you in the past. Like I said, this reading isn't for everyone. This seems pretty specific, this message, but it's like, no matter what, you keep trying. Maybe there's things that happened in the past where you regret doing that may have led to the Ten of Pentacles reversed, of just everything crumbling. Everything might have once been good, but maybe some sudden change happened. It could have been with work or something, but it could have been just you made yourself very vulnerable, being that Queen of Cups, and you really opened yourself up, but you ended up just getting a lot of stress, and you ended up just regretting that whole situation. You feel like you shouldn't have done that, but we all learn from everything. There's always a lesson to be learned, and we always grow from trauma. We always grow from it's okay to be the Queen of Cups, and that can be both male or female. It's okay to be that open, strong, loving, caring person, even if it ended up causing you grief in the end. And you may have lost some financial things, who knows, but no matter what, there's always, it makes you stronger. And I know that seems so cliche, but I put my decks down for 6 months, and I just recently had somewhat of like not a heartbreak, but I mean, it didn't feel very good. And it really just opened up it opened up my confidence, and it also really sparked my needing to start doing readings again. And so everything does happen for a reason. So just instead of regretting the past, or maybe you regretted it and now you've moved on, but this is going to be for the present. But no matter what, try not to regret anything. Just take what you got and leave the rest. Look at the positives. Look at what happened for you. Look at what now you get to choose what you don't want. Yeah, that seems weird, but now you know what you don't want. Yeah, don't choose what you don't want. All right, so there's a lot of cards here. So this is the present. The child I was meant to be. Anger and chains reversed. Sacrifice, blinded to pain, and I won't cry for you, reversed. So definitely looks like there's some massive awakening. Like, it's like, I'm gonna keep doing me. I know my truth. I'm not gonna let anything get in my way. I'm gonna keep doing me, even if I have to keep jumping over hurdles. It doesn't matter. I know my inner child. I know what I was sent here to do. And I'm not going to hold on to the anger from the past or the chains that my past once had on me. This could be from childhood. You're starting to really let that go, and you're not allowing that you're jumping through those memories now. You're jumping through the attachments to whatever had happened in the past. Like I said, this could be from childhood. But it looks like you're really having confidence in knowing and tapping into who you really are, and you're expressing yourself, and that is a beautiful thing. I won't cry for you reversed. So I don't usually read these cards in reverse, but there could just be a situation. Actually, you know what? Since I don't usually read these in reverse, I'm going to put it up right. So definitely looks like there's still something that you are holding on to. It could just be habits. It could just be habits, from what happened to you when you were younger. And so I won't cry for you reversed. Maybe that would mean that you still have a little bit of stuff to work on. but it's not as powerful. It doesn't take charge of your body and your life like it used to. So I guess I did read that in reverse. So yeah, there is something that's still kind of in your subconscious, but you're working through that. Blinded to pain. So for me, with this reading right now is just meaning that all that pain that you once endured, you're shutting yourself off to it now. And I mean, sometimes that's not good, but I think in this situation it is good. I think it's time for you to move on from whatever had hurt you in the past, because that doesn't define you. Whatever your experiences were, it doesn't define you. And you don't need to feel that pain and that attachment to those circumstances anymore. You move past it. Look, sacrifice. I feel like this is such a strong card, and it's like you're willing to sacrifice. So what I think is you're willing to sacrifice what you once thought you were and what you once were attached to, and you're willing to move past that. You know, sometimes people form attachments to the past pain because they identify with the situations and the pain. And so sacrifice can actually just mean I'm sacrificing letting go of all of that. I'm done focusing on all of that. I'm going to stand in my power, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm not going to let anything, and I keep thinking like this must have been from childhood or a relationship or something, but you're moving past that. You're not allowing that to hold you back anymore. All right, and in the future for Virgo. Okay, a couple cards fell out. They're kind of far, and I have this camera right in my way. Okay. All right, so this is interesting. Okay. So we have today for tomorrow, Parasite, and Triumph of Lies, which I think goes interestingly, there goes more ashes on the table. It goes interestingly with this future read. So for today, for tomorrow, there might be some wisdom in the future that you're going to be, some things are going to be coming to light, and you're going to have some kind, like you're going to have to understand that whatever information that is, it's to get you to the next phase in your life. And you just be your own, just know you're not alone. Be your own advocate for whatever that information is that's coming forth. Also know that you have spirit on your side. Your spirit does have your back, and this is necessary to get you to the next step, the next phase. So whatever wisdom or knowledge that you're going to be learning in the future, it's to get you out of some kind of rut that you've been in. And this could just be a spiritual enlightenment type of energy. You know, this could be like, oh wow, like this could be inner, this could be wisdom, this could be some kind of aha moment, and it could maybe trigger something for you that gets you out of your comfort zone, but also helps you to have things that are clarity of what you've been holding on to that's been setting you back. And it's going to be the outcome of justice. You're going to get it's like, I'm trying to think of what analogy. It's like being suffocated, and then all of a sudden you have this aha moment, and and you can breathe again. You know, you ripped that plastic off your mouth, and you can actually breathe again and fly again. Yeah, so I think this is like a journey here from trauma to being willing to open up and realize things in a different perspective, and then being set free from that. Parasite, So there's definitely something in the past that had been holding you back and maybe made you less confident. Maybe not you not having the confidence, the self-love because of something that happened in the past, and that had been carried through, your whole life with you. And so you're finally able to let it go. Sometimes when we start having aha moments and realizations, sometimes it can be hard. It's like the dark night of the soul. It's like bringing all this trauma and pain to the surface, this parasite, and then releasing it, letting it go, so that you can not have that pain, the parasite, the pain attaching to you anymore. It's about finally letting go. And then triumph of lies, to me, with this reading is again seeing these false identities that you may have clung onto from past situations that have hurt you, and realizing that I am strong within all of that, and I am better than that, and there's no reason to hold on to that anymore. We have the number 1, so it means a new start. You know, it's time to let all that stuff go, because everything that you've gone through, it's not all lies, but it is lies. Like, there's no reason to hold on to the past, because that doesn't exist anymore. So that's kind of how I see that, is like, there's no reason to keep mind fucking yourself anymore and holding on to these habits of sorry. I know how Virgos are, and you guys really are very hard on yourselves, and you don't really let people know that, you know. And just know that a lot of that stuff that you think about all the time that kind of keeps you back is just a bunch of lies. It's just a bunch of stuff that has accumulated from whatever had happened in the past. You know, you held on to that in the past, and it's been a journey for you to finally let go and accept yourself for who you are. And you're finally starting, in the future, you're going to start realizing that all that negative self-talk, all those past experiences that have kind of brought you down, it was all lies. Because you're really going to tap into that inner child again, and you're doing that now. You're tapping into that inner child, and you're sacrificing who you thought you were and becoming a whole new version of yourself, the true version of yourself. That's really beautiful. All right, so now we're going to do some advice. So this is just oracle cards, so we'll do some, oh, look, this was on the bottom. Actually, that wasn't on the bottom of the deck. I just cut the deck, and that was there. Let me see if I can, that looks just like, this reminds me I know this is the water guardian, so it kind of reminds me of Aquarius as well, but this really reminds me of you with her wings and just being so beautiful and perfect, because that's what Virgos are. They're very beautiful. They're very loving. They just have this essence about them. They're very mellow, and so connect with your emotions. So that's what this says. Connect with your emotions, and then start to really weed out where did those emotions come from, and then you'll start. I don't know why I've been so congested lately. I'm so sorry. Once you start connecting with those emotions, and then you figure out where they're stemming from, then you'll have an easier time letting them go, because you'll realize that doesn't even exist anymore. You know, that ship has sailed years ago. There's really no reason for me to hold on to this anymore. And, you know, instead of bottling up your emotions like a lot of Virgos do, sometimes, you know, just sitting back, because I know that you're kind of private when it comes to that kind of stuff. So just being alone and doing some meditations and some spiritual work, and asking for help from your guides. And if you need help from friends, ask them too. Ask them for advice and all of that. Okay. And then this one was at the bottom of the deck. guess I should probably pull the Water Guardian out for you. Beautiful card. All right, so the one that was actually at the bottom of the deck is Spirit Fox. So trust your trust your talents in changing times. So you're definitely shifting into a new area of your life. You might be working on a new task. You might be building a new company. This might just be spirit. You know, your spirit. You're working on your spirit, but you have to trust that you're good enough. That's what I'm getting. You are good enough. You can do this. Whatever it is that you set your mind to, you can do this. And I think you know that. Because I feel like a lot of Virgos are actually going for it. Like they're not letting things set them back anymore. All right, so let's pull one more, or however more want to fall out. There we go. Stargazer, set your sights higher. Again, don't let the past keep you back. Don't let the whatever toxic energy that anybody had tried to put into you or did put into you, don't let that affect who you are now, because you do have roots in the stars, and you have ancestors in the stars that are watching over you, and they're telling you that you're better than that. You're more than whatever had held you back in the past. You're more than all these habits that you didn't choose to accumulate. It's just, you know, a lot of situations has happened to you that maybe just took your confidence away and made you feel like you're not good enough, but you're moving past that now. So just keep setting your sights higher and keep seeing who you are, feel who you are, you know, connect with your emotions, like, you know, start feeling the love, start feeling self-love more, and get past all that other stuff, release it, and then and that's going to make you more confident with whatever you set your mind to, or whatever it is that you're working on right now. Very beautiful. I actually really like that. I really liked that reading for you. Just just know you are being guided, and if not because everything comes from within. So our guides are within as well. It's not an outer thing. You know, we have this universe within us. And so as long as we tap into the knowing that we are being guided, and we are very wise, and we are able to connect with the Akashic records, and in that it's all about just the will, and then the light will lead the way. All right, Virgo. Well, that was a pleasure reading for you, and I hope to see you soon again. Please like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, Virgo.